You could be employed as an electrician, or you could be self-employed as an electrician, or you could even start up your own social media presence online. Well, today I got to talk with Jimbo, the electrician, who's doing all three at the same time. So let's see how he's getting on. Jimbo, the electrician, welcome to ToolBox Talks for Electricians.
Thank you. Nice to actually have a chat with you. I know we spoke obviously FCF live a little bit, but yeah, it's nice to have a chat.
Yeah, it's good. Well, obviously with my podcast and that, obviously I like talking, so I thought I'd like to get you on and have a little chat. So, if you tell us a little bit first, what got you into being a Sparky?
uh, Nothing really. Like my grand was a Sparky, and we left school. It's the
Right.
usual thing, you do what your mates do. You never know when you leave school exactly what you want to do. Well, I didn't anyway. And a
No,
lot
no,
of my
you,
mates
you
didn't
try
either.
different things, didn't you?
And yeah, I just went and did what my mates done, and my grand was a Spark. Kind of made sense. Why not? And to be fair, luckily I've enjoyed it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Was your granddad a Spark when you were training as well?
no. So he's retired. He
Oh, so
didn't want me
you
to be
didn't get
one. He
tips
never
off him then, in a way.
No, he never wanted me to be a spy. I don't think he ever told me, but like you said that,
Oh, did
like
he
now, no, he
try to
never.
discourage you from it?
Yeah, he did because obviously he's done it. He knows what it's like.
Well, did he say to do anything else? Or be an accountant or a estate agent, or I don't know what he'd recommend.
I can't
Doctor.
remember now, to be honest. No, I don't think so. I just because he was spy, I think he knew what it entailed. But he worked in a
Yeah.
lot of steel works and all, stuff
Yeah.
like that. So yeah, but no, I'm glad I've done it. I think he's glad I have done it now as well. To be fair.
Yeah. I suppose he sees you've done things differently, maybe from the way he did it, possibly back in
Yeah,
the day.
probably. Things have changed massively. Like he retired about 15, 20 years ago. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Loads of things would have changed since
Yeah,
then.
definitely. Well, things are changing so fast all the time, aren't they? I think, especially in the
Yeah,
electrical industry as well, with smart and EV and stuff like that.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So, what made you think? Well, was it your granddad then thinking, "I want to go into the electrical trade"?
Literally, I think it was just a case of my friends going to it,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to go anywhere on my own. Like you're obviously only like 16 when you leave
Yeah,
school,
you
and
do. You
and
want to? I'll do your course with you.
yeah,
It'll be
basically that was
fun.
it. And yeah, and just went with them, and there was no like right, I want to be a spark. There wasn't. I just went and done it because other people was doing it, and yeah, and looking back now,
And you're
it's just
stuck at it, sort
luck.
of thing, because a lot of guys they don't stick at it as well, do they? So you
Yeah, or
enjoy it,
what?
so you're stuck at it.
Yeah, one of the mates I mentioned, like he didn't, he quit. He just didn't enjoy it, and my other mate now he's gone into maintenance. So
Oh
they've
yeah.
kind of gone down a different routes.
Yeah, there's a few lads that I went to college with as well that sort of did the same course, but then didn't become qualified. They scrapped it off after maybe a couple of years.
Yeah,
Obviously, went down different routes. Everyone does their own little way, don't they?
yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yeah. So the position you're in at the moment is you're running your own electrical business, yeah, self-employed.
Yeah, so I'm in a bit of a middle kind of thing at the moment. So ever since I come back from London, I was always like, I could start myself, do my own thing,
Yeah.
grow my own thing, and that was what I was kind of set on. But then as I was doing it, I came back before I went up to London. I was working for a company. I'd done all my apprenticeship with them, stuff, was maintenance. And when I come back, they offered me to come back and help them out because they were busy at the time.
Right.
So I knew everyone. I had a good relationship. I was there 7 years prior.
Mhm.
So I've been back with them since last year, and I've been doing like 3 or 4 days, depending on my own work and stuff like
Right.
that. And I've consistently been there, and now I'm enjoying the work because it's industrial commercial.
Right.
I
Yeah.
find it so
Sometimes
much better.
you're on a job for a little bit longer. You can get your teeth stuck in and make a good
Yeah,
job of
so
it.
like my own stuff's domestic, and all of their stuff is just commercial industrial. So I've loved
Right.
having that balance. For me, because I all my apprenticeship was industrial commercial, I
Mhm.
that's what I've enjoyed. That's what I've learned. I've only
Right.
like my own stuff is domestic, and I don't mind domestic, but I much prefer commercial industrial.
You
So
prefer doing commercial? Why is that? Do you think?
I don't know. It's just everything. I wouldn't say easier, but it's less of a pain in the ass
I
on a
suppose
lot
you've
of
got more
things.
space, haven't you? When
It's
you're
just more space. It's less hassle with customers. It's hard to explain. Like it's so much
there's
varied
pros
work as
and cons,
well.
I suppose, both ends, isn't there?
100%. Like
Yeah.
yeah, people who do house bashing every day, they know exactly what they're doing. As soon as they go in, they can just smash it out. And
Yeah.
as long as you don't get issues with customers and all that, it can be good. You can get good jobs in
Yeah.
domestic,
It's different.
but I find with like commercial, it's a lot with domestic. You find customers are so fixated on the price of that work, which is
Yeah. Yeah.
understandable. Commercial, you got a bit of like the prices where it is. They don't. Every company gets budgets, and it's not so. Oh, why is there an extra 20 quid on it? 20 quid is
Yeah,
like
it's
nothing
not
in the
not a
commercial aspect.
problem.
No, and it's a lot bigger scale work, obviously. So very like containment, new boards going in, and then just
Mm.
so much to learn from it.
And I
And for
suppose
me,
sometimes with industrial commercial, it's in a way like money's not really an object. If you need 10 more RCBOs, go get 10 more RCBOs. It doesn't matter.
is it? Yeah, and I find when I'm doing domestics, like I haven't got a lot of money for myself in my own business. It's like even just like, oh crap, I forgot about 5 sockets, whatever. Do you know, it's not like a massive hit. You're still down, like, 50
Yeah.
odd quid. Or, do you know what I mean? And would not matter in commercial, industrial kind
Because
of
you've got 10
aspect.
sockets sitting there. Because I think a lot, I don't know, I haven't worked in commercial industrial for a little while, but do you
Yeah,
still get a shed load of leftovers?
yeah. But we got a workshop, and it all goes back to there. And if you can use it
Yeah.
on the next job, that's what we try and do, really.
Yeah. I used to work on site and they used to throw so much containment in the skip, like trunking, basket
Yeah.
tray. And like obviously everyone had the cable, but the still works. You used to get it. I
Yeah,
used to take it to my dad's allotment so he could grow his weeds up it and the basket tray.
yeah,
There's so
yeah.
much just thrown away.
Yeah, it is a lot of waste. But to be fair, we don't have like massive jobs where you overorder a lot. So there's only little bits of leftovers. But
Yeah.
yeah, 100%. There's
Do you get some
it's
scrap cable every now and again then?
the boss gets that. He
Oh
gets
no.
that. Yeah, yeah. They got a machine in the yard. It's
Ah,
just so if
right.
someone's not busy the one day, you run it all through hour and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So obviously
I
you get
think
like
companies have cottoned on to how much the scrap is worth these days as well. Because
yeah, you get a
when I
lot
was an
for it.
apprentice, there's a good money, I think, with
Yeah,
scrap.
we work with like let's say 75 mil focal armor. Do you know what I mean? It's a couple of meters of
Yeah.
that. You're
Yeah,
gonna
exactly.
tune that up.
That's a good night out, isn't it? Definitely. I'll pay for your insurance in a way.
Yeah, 100%. It is a bit of money in it.
Yeah. So right, we can't mention or not mention maybe Tom Nagy of you working with him.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that was
how
good
did you
crack.
come across to be able to work? Because he's quite big in the electrical industry, in effect.
So it's a bit of a long story, but basically, before I'd done any social media, I'd done this fuse board when I was working for obviously Telford's maintenance. And to be fair, I'd done it quite nice. It was a Hager board, got all the cables in, it was dressed in nicely. And it was my first ever like electrical upload. And I
Right.
used to watch like Tom, Nick, Artisan, all them at the time myself.
Did you make sure then that you thought this is going to go on camera, so I'm going to do extra
No,
special?
no, it was. I just done the board, like, and
Yeah.
I've always tried to make my boards neat as possible and
Bit
stuff.
of a
That's what I've always done.
perfectionist, maybe.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it came out mint. So I thought, oh, I'm gonna post this one on Twitter, and I was following a few of them, and I tagged them in it, and
Right.
then I gained like loads of followers from it, loads of likes. I was like, bloody hell!
Cool.
I'm not
So
used to.
this was the beginning sort of thing. Did you not go into it thinking, right, I'm going to start a social media
No,
presence
no,
in a way?
no, I didn't really think about it, and yeah, I
No?
put that on Twitter, and then Tom messaged me, and he's like, oh, if you ever want a job, let me know. I was like, oh, I can't, got a kid, I live in Wales, blah, blah, blah. And then about a year on, I think it was, and I was just getting fed up at where I was working. I just messaged him on the off chance. I was like, oh, I know it was a long time ago. If you still got a job, and he's like, funny enough, we're just recruiting now. And
Right.
it just started talking from there and meetings with the office people, and they were from Wales at the time as well. And
Right.
he just gave me a
It just sort of
trial, and
worked out right place, right time in a way.
yeah, it was just like that photo I uploaded, and just yeah, it was just a coincidence as
Yeah,
such,
it's just
really.
a happy
Yeah,
ending sort of thing of it as well.
yeah, it was good, and it was a good crack up there, to be fair.
Yeah. So do you think that the way you worked, was he doing his social media at the time when you were working for him?
Yeah, so he was. Well, as I joined, I think he was. Did he stop doing it for? He like it took a break at a time for a while,
Right.
but then he did start doing it again when I was there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Did it influence yourself in starting up the social media presence, do you think?
Well, I was doing TikTok before I went up there.
Right.
To London, but only I had like 1,000 followers at the time when I
Mhm.
first went up there, and then when I went up there, I didn't obviously bother YouTube because he was doing his YouTube. But when I came back, yeah, it definitely influenced me to do
Do you think
like
get
YouTube
into it?
myself.
So,
Yeah, and
yeah,
obviously he
you
gave me like I wouldn't be where I am now with social media if it wasn't for Tom. Like with you,
right.
like
So it
in my
helped in a
first,
way, help with your boosting of it.
oh, 100%. Like,
Yeah.
so I think at the time as well when I left there, he had stopped uploading again. So
Right.
I think a lot of his followers from when I was in his videos came onto my channel as well after like the
Thinking,
first
right, we'll
video.
have the upgrade. basically.
I don't know about that,
Well, no, you're young
but
blood because I know that Tom Minaj is a bit is well, probably my age, and
yeah,
sort of a lot younger. So a lot younger,
yeah.
new
I think
ideas.
Tom's got that
You're our
characteristic in
future.
him. Yeah, but Tom's he's like a presenter, and when you actually
Yeah,
watch
well,
his
yeah, he's
content,
on the fixed radio all the time, isn't he? Like, it's like
yeah.
that.
So it's but yeah, again, it's just like again, and I've always said thanks to Tom for helping me out with all that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. So does the social media presence of yourself, does it help you get customers in domestic work? Do you think?
It has done. I'm not from TikTok or Instagram. I've had it
No.
through YouTube. I find
Right.
YouTube's that platform where people who actually watch your content are more invested in you.
Yeah.
Where like TikTok is, yeah, you get obviously some people on TikTok who are investing in you, but it is obviously those 30-second clips start to show who you are and what you do from a clip that someone may follow you from.
Right.
And Instagram, I've never have I had? I can't recall, but yeah, a few bits from
No, I
YouTube.
suppose you're on those different platforms when people reach out, it's quite hard to follow.
Yeah, but yeah, you do get work from it, and I have had plenty of
Yeah.
work. And for me at the moment, I kind of pick and choose my jobs, so I haven't like had replied to all the messages as well. Do you know what I mean
Yeah, I
regarding
suppose you
work?
get quite a few.
Yeah, and you don't know some of them. You don't know if I'm legit or not as well. That's the thing. I've been a bit,
Yeah,
you
because there's
know.
so much scammy stuff out there.
Yeah, so
And
I get a bit
maybe you get pictures of this
edgy.
naked girl come across and you think, hang on, you
Yeah,
don't want to know about the
I
electrical
know.
work I'm doing.
Yeah,
It happens all the time, doesn't it? It's crazy.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, you see like fake accounts being made all the time, and all you. It's a bit awkward sometimes. What trust?
When starting up on your own, like before you sort of going back to work, have you always gone back to work for the company you work for in Wales? Or did you
Yeah.
start?
So yeah. So throughout, well, when I first come back for the first 2 months, I was working for this contract that someone got me in just to get
Yeah.
by as soon as I got back, and then after that, I went back with Sheffield's maintenance. I've been there for the year since. I had the odd breaks doing my own stuff. I needed like a week there to finish a job
Right.
or the odd days, but primarily it's like 3 to 4 days there every week, guaranteed. And
Mhm.
then like Friday or Saturday, I was doing my own stuff.
Yeah. So how would you say is your best way that you go around like advertising your own business or finding customers?
I see. I don't know if there's a good way. It's obviously social media is the biggest one, and
Yeah.
like if I tell anyone now, if you're not on social media, just start upload like that first picture I ever done of that board.
Yeah, I
Just get
suppose
start.
look at the repercussions of that.
Yeah, just from one photo. So you've got to just start posting pictures of what you do as a company, as yourself. Even if you're working for a company, start posting what you do. Obviously, make sure they let you because some people do get funny
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
But domestic
Um,
premises, especially if they don't want pictures of the house in.
yeah, so you've got to just start building your own profile. Like I've said to the boys I work with, even just post anything you do because it's like building a CV for yourself
Yeah,
and
true.
a little portfolio. And I'd like to think I wouldn't have to make a CV again if I didn't want to. I like people would search me on Instagram, they see all the work I've done, see
Yeah.
my videos, and it's all kind of you see who I
And
am as a
begin
person.
to trust you from there, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I tell anyone. But I think social media is the massive thing. I did try to like business cards and making a Facebook page and
Mm.
stuff like that, which I did get some work from. But then I haven't advertised now for about probably 8 months properly.
No,
Because
it just comes in
no,
word of mouth, I suppose.
yeah, I get people messaging me like on Instagram. I don't know where they found me, if it's like family and friends that pass my
Right.
name on and stuff like that. But yeah, I am not. But I don't have 5 days of work every week though. I get enough for like 1 or 2 days a week. But I
Right.
don't want any more than that at the
You
moment.
don't want any more sort of things. You just put that out
No.
there quick. That's top fixing.
Yeah.
You're happy with the amount of work you got. I suppose it can spiral out of control, though, can it? I think.
Yeah, well, through this year, I've gone through stages where it was only had like a little job on the Friday, and
Mhm.
then the next week I could have had 3 jobs. Like, crap, I haven't got enough days now because I
Yeah,
always
yeah. You're
told
not enough
Sheffield's
time in the
maintenance I'll be
world,
there.
like.
Yeah, um, but yeah, it's been working. But I mean, like having chats with Sheffield's maintenance lately, and there is this talk to me going there permanently, basically knocking my own stuff on the head and just working with them. But that's still ongoing. I'm weighing it up as well, and
You've got a lot of ideas flying around in there, possibly.
yeah, there's like because the content can be so much better. Like, and they want me to kind of be the manager of the electrical kind of side, but
Right.
there's no big decision being made. We're ongoing talks
But
at the
I
moment, and
suppose it's
now
nice to be valued within the company as well. They see your ambition.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
the boss. He wants me to run the electrical side. Like it's why I'm doing it now. Basically, the two
Right.
boys I work with, the one's apprentice, the other one's electrician. He was my
Yeah.
apprentice when I was there. So yeah, all the jobs I'm quoting, pricing, and stuff like that now. Anyway, but I'm not permanently there at the same time, so it's a bit
Right. Okay.
awkward
So
situation at the minute.
you've got you haven't got all your eggs in one basket. That's a good thing, I suppose.
Yeah, for me at the
Yeah.
moment, for me, if people can do that, like people always ask me, should I go on my own? Like if you can get a situation like that, you've got that you can work with a company a few days a week and do your own stuff. You've got your guaranteed wage that can pay your bills,
Yep.
plus doing your own stuff, building it up. Do it. I don't. I not that I'm an expert, but I don't like the idea of just completely knocking all your money on the head that you're earning and
Right.
just going out. Right, I'm going to start on my own today. For me,
Yeah,
that
I
scares
suppose. Yeah.
me.
Say right. This is the day I'm trying to be home, but you've got like one day a week. It's not really ideal.
No.
You need to build
So
it up.
but there are companies out there just looking for people for 3 days a week or something.
Mhm.
So if you can find that, and then you've got 2 days of finding your own stuff, building your own
Do you think
reputation
that
up.
you'll ever, if the company you work for sort of shut down tomorrow and you had no private work yourself, do you think that you'd be worried about getting work?
I've thought about it,
Right.
and yeah, you always worry about it. But I'd like to think with people I know now, met through social media and
Yeah,
stuff like that,
your
I'd be
contacts
able
and
to
stuff.
find just be able to find somewhere that would get me by, even if it's not permanent,
Yeah.
just something to get me by. Do you know what I mean?
I
And
always think like having the trade and the skill behind you, especially with your social media presence, people can just look on there and go, "Oh yeah, he's good at what he does." You'll
yeah,
be able to get a job sort of the same day. I would have thought.
well, that's the thing. You never know. I could like could be there's no work out there. If there's no work
Well,
out there,
yeah,
someone can't offer you a job. So yeah, there is always that worry, and but I'd probably have enough of my own work as well just to get me by,
to
pay the
keep you
bills a little
going.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's always that thing for everyone is that worry of having no work. But if people are trying to go out on their own, I definitely recommend just trying to stick with a contract, sub into a contracting company,
Mhm.
just getting that money, work out how much your bills are every month, and make sure you got that amount just get almost
Stick you
guaranteed.
by just in case. It's like a cushion sort of thing,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
in case. It's not to be
just in
prepared.
case.
Yeah.
And they may get enough work then. They can just go complete it. You get 2 or 3 rewires in. Right, I don't need a subcontracting company now. Like,
I
just
suppose it
go
opens
complete
you
it.
up to options, doesn't it? This is the thing. You put yourself in a position where you have got the options.
Yeah, 100%. And if you enjoy, same as me, you like doing industrial commercial. Obviously, it's not going to pay as well working for yourself or your own company,
Mhm.
but it's less stress and you're enjoying what you're doing more.
Yeah. So with do you do EV charges and that as well?
We've done a couple. I haven't got the course myself. One of the boys, the other electrician, done it. We've done it for a factory because we do a lot of factories.
Right.
We fitted a couple of Zappies here, but we are trying to push it. For myself, I haven't done any EVs yet.
In your opinion, do you think that the EV charging of the electric cars is going to take off? Or
I
obviously it
don't
has
know.
taken off, but
Yeah,
continue.
there is, but it's always that you see a lot of it on Instagram. People are starting to throw them in now, and it's
Yeah,
hard to do the job right with a competitive price. It's like
exactly.
almost
I think that as
impossible.
well. Yeah.
And for someone for like myself, it's just like, do I really want that hassle just to fit an EV charger? For me, I don't. But if people are wanting to push it, yeah, there is people who will pay the
Yeah, there's people. I
right
think there's
money and
people
get
that
the job done. But
specialize in it
yeah, yeah,
and
there
just
is
do an
that. And
EV. Yeah.
but you see a lot of it on Twitter and Instagram. That some of the work isn't great. That's just being thrown in for
Well,
chargers.
yeah, I
But
know there's so many different like sort of sparks out there, and there people that give a monkeys and people that don't. In effect, the
yeah,
throw
one
in
hundred
to get
percent.
paid.
But this is on everyone knows an ongoing problem in the industry is that those people are getting work and the good Sparkies are not getting work
Yeah,
because the
this is
prices are too
they
high.
say a race to the bottom, don't they?
Yeah, and what is the answer? There isn't one, I don't think
There isn't
yet.
one really, is it? It's just that well, you got to leave it in the customer's hands to do their sort of due diligence to make sure that possibly you're going to get a decent spark,
Yeah, but it's like shit, people don't care. As long as it's working, people
money
just do
wise, I
not care.
suppose.
Nah, it's like
Yeah, you're
you
right.
got people have to remember sometimes people are like scraping the barrel every month to pay their bills.
Especially
Yeah,
these
and if
days
they
with all the things that have gone up, mortgages, electrical, electric and gas and things like that.
Yeah, so if I'm quoting a board change and someone else is quoting a board change, say it's like a split load board and I'm doing RCBO board, see if
Mhm.
it's a couple £100 difference or whatever, they're obviously going to go the other guy. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, because they just look at it and think, well, it's cheaper. But yeah, it's so
Yeah,
difficult to say, yeah, but this is 10 times better. And I always say to people, it's future proof because I've finished putting in the split race board, split load boards now because I don't see the point, especially if it's a domestic premises where you're not doing a rewire because you never know what's going to happen. Like you put the
No.
RCBOs in, and it will say,
Yeah.
look, it's future proofing. This is the future. Everyone should have this. It's just
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. 100%. It's EICRs. I find is a big one to because it's so varied how you can do an EICR, where you're going to companies charging so cheap to do an
Mhm.
EICR, but they do so limited testing on it, like a
Yeah,
lot of limitations or whatever. Where as like for South Wales maintenance, I'm talking about now on bigger scale factories,
yeah.
we like to try and test 100% of circuits,
Hmm.
where other
I
companies
did. I
won't do
saw
that.
your video of the industrial EICR.
Yeah,
That's
and
in detail. A
yeah, it
lot of
is.
detail than what I don't know. A lot of people might not go into. I tell you, sometimes they just do like a loop test, and that'll
Yeah,
go.
well, this is the point, and and the price is going to be two completely different. But it's
Mhm.
like the customer doesn't understand what they're getting. Yeah, they both get a satisfactory report, but I mean two completely things. So I'm finding two completely different things. So I'm finding with the
Yeah,
ICRs, it's just almost impossible to compete with.
yeah, definitely with some stages because yeah, that people they do go for cheap like these drive-by EICRs. I think that a lot of landlords have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're
Like,
not
these
worth
are
the
the
paper
ones
they're printed on.
no, you see like advertised 600 EICRs
Yeah, I
around the
know people say I can do
country.
three a day. You're like, how the hell can you do three a day?
Yeah, and
It's crazy.
that's right. And funny enough, we was looking at a tender. I can't say the company's name, but it was like it was something stupid. I swear it was like 600 rewires around the country, right? And the boss said, "Oh, should we go for it?" I said, "No, even no point even trying. Just because you're gonna get companies in there, just gonna just chuck it
Yeah,
in."
undercut, yeah, yeah, and just bash it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just like, it's not even point doing it.
You waste your time sort of tendering because they're going to come back and forth, aren't they? Just to say, look, can you knock us down? Not really. Can
Yeah,
you weigh out the ballpark figure?
yeah. I don't know about you, but if I'm going to quote a rewire, I need to see the property
100%.
before.
Yeah. You just see
And
what
if
I'm
you're
doing, what's in there for
yeah,
starters. What I've got to bloody move around because I
yeah,
try not to do a rewire with someone lived in because I hate that
yeah,
with their stuff on
yeah.
the way because you got to put it back at night because they're in there. Maybe they've got kids wandering up and down the stairs where you've got the floorboards up. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, and they expect on tenders like that, they're going to expect you to just price per house basically and just average it
And
over
everyone's going
there.
to be different. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just
That's a difficult one to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's people out there who do it, and I'm just getting into this tendering game now. We're starting to look at it, so I don't understand tendering fully, but it
Right.
is a headache.
Yeah. And you got to cover yourself in a way, I suppose, haven't
Oh
you?
yeah,
Just
yeah,
in case.
yeah, but it's thousands and thousands of pounds in tendering, and
Yeah.
it's just one
Yeah.
mistake. Like you
Especially if you
forget
can
one
put them out
distribution
there
board.
with a decent company, sort of, then you can put all the tendering out there and you win the jobs. Then that's going to keep
Yeah.
maybe your company going for a good couple of years.
Yeah, yeah. There's like as we said, we're starting to learn that there's professional companies who can write the tender for you, who will do the quality surveying for you and work everything out. But
Right.
this is before you even win the tender, so you're spending a few grand, and you may not even get the tender. So then that's just
Right.
a few grand just chucked down the
So
drain.
it is a good idea to learn to do it yourself.
But then it is what I'm learning now is it is solid. It's like a separate job. If you work for a company
But
tendering,
I think I saw that you're quite well good on computers, technical minded, because you've created your own spreadsheet for quotes and that as well, haven't you?
yeah, I use Traderify for all my quoting, but
Right.
for my receipts and tracking my transactions and stuff like that, I use my own Excel sheet. And
Yeah.
luckily, someone did send me when I put it out on Instagram like a spreadsheet for tendering.
Right.
He does it for a job, and he'll have like sections for like containment, sub cabling, and
Right.
then it works all
It
out for
made your
you. Just
life a little bit
input all the
easier.
numbers. It does, but it's just so much to learn. I'm nowhere near what I need to know yet, but
No.
eventually I'll get there because there is a lot of money in tendering.
Yeah. So that's your avenue you're going to go down. Do you think you'll come off the tools and do that eventually then?
But this is what I'm finding now. If I take this job with South Wales Maintenance, I think I am going to find myself off the tools.
Oh, and what
But
age? What age are you as well?
25,
25. You're young, man, as well. So yeah,
I'm
but
still in my
are you
prime.
excited by that, or do you want to go off the
I,
tools?
I don't know. I still feel like I'm still doing my best work at the moment.
Yeah, you still got so much energy in you. You can get in there and throw it
Yeah.
in and make good money.
So I've been looking at it for the last week. I've been just in the office and by like today, even though it was asbestos course I'd done today and a training course,
Right.
my head is just it's like a different kind of tiring.
I
Once you've been
suppose
on
yeah,
a
it
tour, you
takes it
get
all in.
physically
You
drained,
use
but
your
you're
mind a
just
lot.
mentally drained. And at the end of the day, you just go home. I know something's mad. You just want to sit down and do nothing.
Yeah.
But
Empty your
I
mind.
don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, it's just
Well, like
but
say you're only 25, so you can look into all these options. This is the thing. It's
yeah,
fantastic that you got these options at that age.
yeah, true. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as a tradesman, we all love our tools, and I understand in the background there you like Klein. So, what would you say is the best tool that you sort of come across that you think I can't do
Ooh,
without that? Is there so many?
that's a good question. I've always liked my tools. To be fair, that's where I started my
I don't
TikTok
think we
with
do
tools.
it's tool porn and things like that. We're like, yeah, I've
Yeah.
got to get myself one of them. When you see it, it took me ages to actually go out and buy a decent multi tool. I thought I don't need that. They're for carpenters or trade. I tell you, it is so handy.
That is one of those tools, and when you got it, you'll never use the
Yeah.
pad saw again.
Yeah, no, you won't. There's a bloody pad source, and it's a mess as well. And you can get it nice, straight, perfect, and beautiful. Yeah, I love my
Yeah,
multi tool. I always use that these days.
yeah. That is a good question. The one tool, I think lately I've been using a lot of heat shrink.
Yeah, rather than
Yeah,
tape.
just
You know, got a few reels of tape.
that's what we used to do, and now like using heat shrink now, just keeping a couple of it set to it on the van and getting the heat gun
Yeah,
out. It just makes the job look 10 times
look
better.
nicer.
Yeah, so it's that extra touch of having a heat gun that can, just take that job. That I'm always looking for. How can I make that job stand out a bit more? How can I do
Look
that? And
better than the rest. Yeah.
yeah, and heat drink's one of those things. I think so. At the moment, for me, I think it would go with heat gun.
So have you got? Is it a battery heat gun you got then?
Yeah, yeah,
What makes that?
Metabo.
Metabo, right? Because I've
Yeah.
got a plug-in heat gun, and I've
Oh
never really
yeah,
gone down to get the battery powered heat gun. I wonder, would they work well? Do they last well?
yeah. I've had no issues with mine.
Yeah,
I had it probably just over a year ago now.
yeah.
So yeah, I was obviously lucky. I don't know, they sent me all a load of power tools out, Metabo,
Cool.
and heat gun was one of them. And yeah, I use it
So
all the time now.
this is the thing. You wouldn't go out and buy it yourself, but when you get sent it and to use it, you think, well, yeah, this is good. I can't do it.
Yeah,
So you, if it breaks, you will go and replace it.
yeah, 100%. Like it's probably because we work a lot with lugs and crimping cables. So putting the heat shrink on over them, it looks so much better.
It looks neater.
Yeah. So if anyone's watching who haven't got a heat gun, go and get one and just
Yes,
step your
especially
job
if you're
up
doing
that
big
extra bit.
cables and lugs. Yeah, definitely. I
Yeah.
suppose you've got the hydraulic battery crimper as well.
No, I've been on to the
Well, you got to
boss for
get one of
ages.
them. I used to
Uh,
use them.
yeah, but we spoke about this ages ago. With the boss I did, I was like, we need to get a battery one now,
So much
and he's like,
quicker.
but the price of them is expensive as well. Like you can
Yes.
spend a good couple of grand on a.
Yeah, this is the thing.
So I
And
think
if
he's
they
just
go
happy for
wrong,
us to do it manually. But
yeah, you got the pumping one.
yeah, oh,
Yeah,
nightmare.
that's it.
Yeah, yeah,
Ah, cool. So the future with yourself, like, well, not just Jimbo the electrician on social media. Well, okay, let's start with Jimbo the electrician on social media. You're growing your YouTube, yeah?
yeah. I'm just trying to get back into YouTube now. Yeah,
Right. So have you got a plan moving forward of where you're going to go with it, with your social media?
yeah. So yeah, I've sit down and had a big think about it with my mate who's close by me, but doing it now, and I need to be more consistent on YouTube
Right.
in regular uploads, and this is part of the reason with South Wales Maintenance. I can get better content. They want to obviously the kind of deal with South Wales Maintenance. If I make content for them, it's promotion for them for the company,
As well, yeah.
and I get the content. So it's kind of a back and
I
forth.
haven't seen any of their logo on your videos yet.
I've had it pop up a couple of
Oh, yeah.
times on some of the jobs. Yeah, because
Product
he
placement.
wanted. Yeah, basically. So it's kind of a back and forth. If he's letting me use his jobs to record,
Yeah,
obviously I promote, which is fair enough. I'm happy
definitely.
to do
Yeah.
that. And the idea is hopefully we get work from that in the future. You never know,
Mhm.
but because we do such like different jobs, we don't see a lot of it on YouTube. I think
Right.
it'd be good to bring to YouTube. So it's just getting that right. And yeah, I want to try and upload at least once a week. I want to get that on
Right. This
YouTube
is
and
your
just
plan.
try
You're
and grow.
sticking it in there.
Yeah, TikTok is just kind of just so I like just TikTok doing those little videos.
Little videos
And
here and there.
you know,
They're sort of fun videos, aren't they?
yeah, you haven't got to think about them too much. And it's I'll say to anyone. Everyone needs to start up their own TikTok, YouTube. Just upload something. I know people don't
Yeah.
like putting the voice in there or face, even if it's just visuals of the board they've just done. They're happy with. Just
Yeah. Were you
anything. Just
nervous
start
at
uploading
first, you
stuff.
think, when you first started putting yourself on camera then?
Yeah, when I first started my TikTok, it was just on tools because I like
Right.
tools, and then obviously all the boys were ripping me, joking about.
They
I was
do
like,
definitely, yeah. It's what
yeah,
blokes
I was
do.
like, no, don't worry, I never put my face or voice in. You just do it. No, I just don't care. You're like,
It doesn't matter
who
because
cares?
it proves that you've got quite a big following. So it proves that people like it. So there's other people out there. All your friends might take the mic, but there's I think another 10,000 people that actually like this stuff. It's not
Yeah,
for you.
no, yeah. People just don't worry about what other people think. Like, just upload your
Yeah,
work. Just it does not matter. But yeah, in terms of my social media, I just got. No, I want to grow it just to get more followers, more numbers. I've always said I want to help the industry more,
hmm
and it's just good for like your portfolio, building your profile up,
definitely,
and
yeah, for the future. Because then
yeah,
obviously that'll help you in the opportunities that come to you within your career as well.
100%. And it's like what I will tell people as well: don't do it just for advertisement. Don't set it up. Oh, I'm going to do this just for my business. Try and make it more of a personal
Yeah.
level, and then the work will come later with it. I think.
hmm
And yeah, just try and build something up now, and I just want to
Fun.
concentrate on it because I don't. People think you make loads of money from social media. You don't. There's not. The time I've
No,
spent
not
in
at all.
social media, you can make loads more by spending those hours in work. And like
Yeah,
when people, I guess,
exactly.
sent free tools, it's like, yeah, but the time I've spent making videos every day on
Yeah,
TikTok
these
or
tools
doing
don't
that,
cover it. I need more.
yeah, no, it is like that. But
Yeah,
people do get sometimes think, oh, you get loads of money. I'm guessing the big dogs like your Nicks, your Artisans, and
hmm
all of them, they are making decent money from social media.
yeah,
But I remember Tom, he was making money from it. Then he had obviously he had a cameraman to pay for, the editor.
right. Yeah, yeah. A lot of
So it,
outgoings.
yeah, so it's you don't
Yeah,
make
the
loads from
cameraman's
it.
normally your own arm, isn't it? With your friend
Yeah,
these days
but
for us.
yeah, but people think that people do think you make good money from it. You don't, you can and you can't at the same time.
Yeah,
So
it depends how you do it, I think, in a way.
but if people are starting social media just for money, I think you kind of
Yeah,
got it the wrong way.
don't knock around the head. I was speaking to someone
Yeah,
yesterday. They said they spent they've 2 years. They've gone on TikTok at least 8 hours a day, and they've made 20 grand. I said, well, that's not bad money. 8 hours a day, just sitting there. I said, do you not run out of things to talk about?
yeah,
Like doing
yeah.
lives and stuff. And I thought, fair enough. Like you're doing something and earning money, but 20 grand over 2 years, that's 10 grand a year. I'm sure that McDonald's pay more than
Yeah,
that. And you get
no,
free
yeah,
food.
yeah, true. No, it is. I think. Like, I don't want to make out like I'm an expert as well on social media. Like I could be completely wrong. I'm just talking about my experience and what.
Yeah, but you've got
Yeah,
experience in that sort of profession as
yeah,
well, haven't you? Because what you've done with your YouTube as well and your following.
yeah, yeah. I guess I don't want people to think like I know everything about that social
People will
media
be reaching
aspect.
out asking you 1,000 questions.
Yeah,
How's
I know.
this?
I'm still learning myself. I'm still quite like you do get sponsors coming to you, and it's like they're like, how much you charge? I'm like, don't really know. Just,
All
do
right, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, it's
yeah,
something you haven't thought about. I'm too busy.
yeah. So it's yeah, it is hard sometimes to like I don't know what I
Yeah,
charge
but it's
for a
it's
video.
new, I suppose, isn't it? As well, like you, in effect, do you ever think of yourself as an influencer?
I've been called that too. I don't like
But 100%,
it.
Jimbo, you are. You're an
But
influencer, electrical
yeah, but
of the
I
industry.
know
But you
it's
look
just a
shy
weird.
about that. But I know it sounds silly, doesn't it? But it
Yeah,
is how it is.
yeah. I think people like that name when they've set out to become that, but it
Yes.
was never like that for me. It was just I wanted to post stuff about like tools or whatever.
Yeah,
So it
post
was
bot on there. But you've added
yeah,
another thing to help people out as well. You've created another avenue to your social media following is to helping more electricians with what's up. Tell me a little bit about that.
yeah. So I sat down with my mate that I spoke about earlier, and it was like, what can we do something different that can help people out, and just do something that not many people are doing on Instagram or TikTok, just something completely just random. And it's like we come together. It made sense to do the newsletter. So I got to contact the sponsor for the
Yeah.
newsletter, and my mate could do all kind of that admin and setting up sites. He's dealt with that kind of thing
Mhm.
before, so it kind of just made sense. And just it's like on there. I don't know if you managed to read it or not,
Yeah,
but
yeah, definitely. I got it. I signed up. I got it.
yeah,
Yeah, and
but it's
I
nothing
keep
like
things the competition bit as well. The challenge, the monthly challenge,
yeah,
still got that to do.
yeah. So I have got a basically. So I don't want to release the link so anyone just feels we won't get anyone signed up,
Right.
and we're only going to get sponsors if people signed up. Now I hate begging for people to sign up to things and
Yeah.
hate people. You know, it's like begging for followers. I don't want to do that. But if we don't get people signed up or clicking it, we won't get a sponsor, and then we
Mhm.
can't make one every month. Obviously, it doesn't cost. It costs us, I think, at the moment over £100 a month to run. I
Right.
we didn't expect it to cost that much, to be honest,
Right.
when we first set it up. So we need a sponsor to do it. It's the time we're putting
Yeah,
into
keep
it,
it going. Well, that's it.
and
It's the interesting thing because it obviously directs it with the challenges and all the information you put on there as well. It'll help a lot of sparkers.
yeah. Well, I when I was an apprentice and when I just first off, loved reading the professional magazine and just
Yep.
like
You see
just
it in all the
random things.
wholesalers, don't you?
Yeah, it's just something for me. If someone's on their break and it pops up on the first of every month, click on it. Oh, it's just some nice little read through for a
Like
couple
you
of
say, it's a
minutes.
little
And
bit different.
yeah, if you gain from, we're trying to make it like a comic book themed and just kind
Right.
of cool to look at, and just there's going to be challenges on it, information. It's not going to be the same setup every month either. So I
Right.
think like next month, I don't know if you'll allow me, I should say it, but
Yeah. Oh,
then
oh,
it's
if
my
you want to find
no,
out,
sorry,
go
it's my
subscribe to
newsletter. He hasn't really got a choice.
it.
No, but we got stuff on chasing in cables and all next month.
And
So
the
I got
easiest ways to do it, I hope, because it took me ages to get myself out of a chaser. Oh my god, you can do it 10 times better.
yeah. So we're just doing it, and it won't be. I don't know if we're doing a challenge next. I can't remember what we decided, but it's stuff is going to change all the time, and
Mhm.
there'll just be different stuff, and obviously money's going to charity of it as well. We thought why
Yep.
not give some money to charity? But yeah, it's just a different idea. But we
It's
do
just,
need
I think it's a brilliant idea. I think it's good.
yeah, could work, could just completely fail.
If you
But
enjoy
I don't
doing
want
it as
people to
well,
think
it's worth giving it a go. Like you say, if not, well, hopefully, if you get a sponsor through it and stuff, it doesn't cost you anything. So it's going to help with it. Well, things like this can sort of take hold of, can't they, and spiral out of control
yeah,
in a good way.
you never know where it could go,
You
and
never know till you try.
no, you don't. And that was the thing. It took us a while to get it going, like building it and speaking to sponsors and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you can imagine trying to get a sponsor for something that doesn't even exist yet is
Something
quite
new,
hard.
I suppose, yeah, because you've got nothing to compare it against.
Yeah, so it was hard, but obviously with my social media, it did help because
Hmm.
I can promote it a little bit. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, and if people do think it's cool, just make sure you like leave us feedback. It's stuff like this we do need to pass on to the sponsors to try and get
Right.
them, and let people know that it's benefit people or they're enjoying it and stuff.
Yeah, well,
Any
it'll
help
show,
with
won't it? Because more people will read it and stuff. But like I say, a lot of people don't like putting their face on camera. So there's
no,
a perfect challenge in there where you don't have to put yourself on camera. Just put yourself forward and do the
no,
challenge.
you don't. No, yeah.
And
So
do it quick.
we haven't had any, I know people said they're going to do it. We haven't had one sent in yet.
Right. Well,
So
yeah, well,
whoever,
that's made me think, right, I've got to get things to do
yeah.
tomorrow.
So if you
Oh,
haven't
I'm
done
going
it
to
yet,
try and
get it
find the
sent in.
smallest bit of armor I can to
Yeah,
make it easy.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, get it done.
Right. So the future for yourself, if you look at yourself in maybe 10 years' time, where would you like to see yourself?
It's a question I ask myself, and it's a good question. I mean, everyone wants to make money. Everyone wants to be rich. Everyone
Uh-huh.
wants to have like fancy cars. All it's like
Lamborghinis.
I've been sitting on the fence. Right, if I want to become rich, you're not going to do it. Become an electrician. So you have to
True.
use the money you're in from being an electrician to put into something else. What that is, don't know. And then if I just want to live a comfortable life, like I don't want to be growing my own business now. I think the stress by the time I look at a single man band sometimes, maybe yourself as well, you're going home
Yep.
stressed, you've got a lot to think about. I
Hmm.
don't really want that when I'm older. So whether I'm working for a company then,
So you're thinking about the future already. That's cool. Like, it's
yeah,
intelligent, I think. Definitely, yeah.
yeah, it's I just don't want to be like 50 years old and I'm still working for myself, just doing a one man band thing, if you
Right.
know what I mean. So if I either got to make a decision, right, I got to make sure I grow this company, have people working for me and make
Mhm.
money, which I find is hard to do from when
Yeah.
I started. Fair play to people who's doing it because it is hard work and people do
Yeah.
need to realize that. And people who are starting on their own, they need to make sure that that's their aim is to kind of be off the tools. You don't want to be on the tools when you're 50, in my opinion.
No.
And then the other thing is obviously just trying to grow into a company and see what happens. But I don't know. I'm always trying on the idea. Right,
You sound like you're bouncing a thousand
Oh,
ideas
it
around your
is.
head all the time. I'm going to try this. I'm
Yeah.
going to try that, and then yeah. So I think sprouting ideas is fantastic, though, isn't it?
Yeah. The main thing is being happy. I think is
100%.
happiness over money. And I know if I was doing domestic every day for myself, that's what I mean. I wouldn't enjoy going to work, but I'd be like,
You'd get a cup of tea and a bacon sandwich. Of course, you'd be happy.
I am working those customers, yeah. No, but it's all down to personal preference and what people, if they're happy at the end of the day.
Yeah,
but I don't know, I'm still trying to find what I want exactly.
So in effect, you're basically saying if we want to find out what's going to happen to Jimbo the electrician in 10 years, you just got to keep following.
Yeah, basically. Anything could happen.
Yeah, you never know. If there's 1,000 ideas running through your head, you'll go to them all.
No.
Well, Jimbo, thank you very much for coming on. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Ben. I enjoyed it. It's nice to have a brain spurt sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
Things out.
Yeah. So as you can tell from this video, there's so many options for an electrician in the UK of what you can do to build your career. If you want to join up to the WhatsApp email list from Jimbo the Electrician, then check the links down below and you'll be able to sign up and get emails from him every month, some tips and tricks and also some competitions. So check it out. Till next time, I'll see you again.